3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the dividend rate for Pag-IBIG regular savings for 2024 is 6.60%. And the return rate for the Pag-IBIG MP2 savings for 2024, 7.10%. Congratulations! There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, our dividend rate for Pag-IBIG regular savings for 2024, 6.60%. And the return rate for the Pag-IBIG MP2 savings for 2024 is 7.10%. Pataas ng pataas year on year.
So let's just get into the details kung bakit po mas malaki ang dividend rate ni 2024 as compared to 2023.
The Pag-IBIG Fund has just declared record high dividends for 2024. The dividend rates for its regular savings accounts climbed to 6.6%, while the agency's popular modified Pag-IBIG 2 or MP2 rates rose to 7.1%. Regular savings accounts are available to all Pag-IBIG members, whether self-employed or employed, while MP2 is a voluntary savings program. That means anyone who has accounts with Pag-IBIG will have earned those rates for last year. And this was made possible because Pag-IBIG earned a record 67.5 billion pesos in net income last year, 2024, driven by higher loans, collections, and investment returns. The agency is essentially returning 82% of its net income as dividends back to its members.
So the factor behind dun po sa dividend rate kaya pumataas siya, which is 6.6 sa regular savings and 7.1 sa MP2 savings, dahil po dun sa dami ng borrowers natin for housing loan and MPL or multipurpose loan or short-term loan o yung pong tinatawag na cash loan ni Pag-IBIG Fund. Tapos po, ang naging net income o tinubo po ng pondo o ni Pag-IBIG Fund during 2024 was 67.5 billion pesos, which 82% being returned to members. Actually, ang sabi ni Sir Jack Jacinto, yung pong VP, ang minimum na dapat ibalik ni Pag-IBIG Fund to its members is 70% of their net income o Pag-IBIG Fund's net income. Pero ito pong particular year na ito na 2024, Pag-IBIG Fund returned 82% noon pong kanilang kinita,
Marking the largest payout in the agency's history.
I love when we have good economic news. At this point, let's bring in our second guest. We've got Jack Jacinto. He's Vice President of Pag-IBIG Fund. Good evening, Jack. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, and good evening, Regine, Sean, and Pauline.
I
Well,
love
happy
your
that
smile.
you are happy.
I know
with
it's a
the
big
news.
smile.
Your smile is also, it's not usual that we open an interview with a big smile.
Congratulations, 67.5 billion pesos in net income for 2024. That is a record for Pag-IBIG. I know we already said that it's due to higher loans, collections, and investment returns, but talk us through that. What exactly did you guys do differently?
Well, thank you. We did post a record high in terms of our net income in 2024, which reached 67.5 billion pesos, and this was due because of our very strong performance over the past year, particularly last year when we released also a record high amount in housing loans, which reached 130 billion pesos. And it helped over 90,000 of our members gain new or better homes. We also released over 70 billion pesos in cash loans, which in turn helped over 3.2 million members. And what's good also is that we posted the our highest performing loans ratio in terms of our housing loan portfolio, which reached 93.72%. Combining our strong performance with our prudent use of our funds, and of course our wise investments, we were able to post, as mentioned earlier, a record high in terms of net income.
So ayan mga kapartners, no, wala na pong ibang inikutan ang pera natin kay Pag-IBIG Fund kundi dun po sa cash loan nila and their housing loan. Yun po ang naging factor nito kung bakit malaki po ang bigay nitong 2024 as compared to 2023.
So it's mostly driven by housing loans and cash loans. How is that possible that so many people took out loans last year? I mean, the BSPs only started cutting this year. Cutting rates, I mean.
Yes, annually, Pag-IBIG Fund does lend out more than 2 million members each year. But last year we were able to exceed surpass the 3 million member mark by extending cash loans to over 3.2 million members, as I said earlier. And what's good about it is I would attribute it to our cash loans being easy to apply for. It's something that our members can apply for at any of our branches. They can
Tama po. Si Pag-IBIG Fund has the fastest approval of loans. Pagka po approve ka talaga, it's within 2 to 3 working days lang. Pwede na po kayong marilisan ng inyong or mag-grant ang inyong cash loan.
They can apply for it online through our online service facility, the virtual Pag-IBIG. And of course, it's affordable. It has very friendly terms.
Friendly terms po is dati po 2 years to pay lang ang inyong cash loan. Ngayon po, they're giving an option for 3-year payment.
So I suppose those are the reasons why we were able to buck the trend, and more members, even more members, ran to Pag-IBIG Fund for their cash loan needs.
It's also kind of like weird to think about it. Rates are so high. People keep complaining about high prices, and yet we see a lot of housing loans. I do know for a fact that a lot of Filipinos rely on Pag-IBIG to get base loans. Can you talk us through, Jack, how much easier perhaps the process has gotten? Because the usual story we hear is even when you go to government banks, it's like very, very difficult or challenging to get a loan, especially if you're just an average Joe with an average job. But I suppose this is not the case with you guys.
In terms of our housing loans, in terms of Pag-IBIG housing loans, where we were able to lend out to over 90,000 members, yes, the process is much better. Because one, we have opened our online portal, our online service facility, the virtual Pag-IBIG, to accept housing loan applications, at least the initial step in applying for a housing loan. Secondly, all our branches nationwide can now accept housing loans from our members, and of course, we have strong partnerships with our accredited developers, so that all of these channels, all of these combine for us to provide better access to our members here and abroad, so that they may apply for our housing loans more conveniently.
I'm curious about your NPL. How are non-performing loans with Pag-IBIG? How does that look like? Is the number small?
We have. Thank you for asking, because it's the key to our sustainability and as well as to our profitability. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our members, particularly our housing loan borrowers, for keeping their accounts up to date. Because last year, we posted the highest performing loans ratio in our 44-year history. It went up to as high as 93.72%, which means that more than 9 out of 10 members, 10 housing loan borrowers, pay their housing loans on time. And it's...
Ayan. So, sabi ni Sir Jack Jacinto, mataas daw ang collection rate ni Pag-IBIG Fund, which actually is yung po palang kapag tayo ay nag-low loan kay Pag-IBIG, ito ay part nung kung saan kumikita siya, and of course, parang nakakatulong po sa atin na lumaki pa yung ating dividendo. So every time we avail of their services, it helps boost yung pong dividends ng ating contribution.
It's very important for us to maintain this, because it ensures our sustainability. Because after all, the funds that we collect from our member savings and from the loan payments of our borrowers are again used so that more members can secure loans from our programs. So it's something that we really look and monitor closely, and we're very happy to report that it did. It did reach the highest mark in our history, and it shows the quality of our portfolio, and it also shows that we have been managing the Filipino Workers Fund very prudently.
Ang galing niyo naman mag-collect, Jack. Maybe the other government agencies should take a leaf from your book.
know.
93.72% borrower return rate.
That's crazy. Is that how you were able to afford to give back 82% of 67.5 billion pesos as dividends to your depositors? Would that be like the secret
Partly, yes,
ingredient?
yes. That is a big part of why we were able to post our highest net income in our history, which reached over 67 billion. Yes, of course. The performing loans ratio that we had, the high performing loans ratio that we had helped us gain that level of income. Of course, aside from the fact that we were very prudent. In other words, matipid, lalo kaming nakapagtipid last year on our expenses, which further drove our net income higher.
Oh, ayan mga kapartners, yun po yung mga factors kung bakit po mataas ang ating dividend returns. It's because of the mataas na pagtangkilik sa housing loan and cash loans po ni Pag-IBIG Fund. So, dun po talaga umiikot lang ang ating perang ini-invest sa kanya, both contributions for regular savings and investment for MP2. Dun po sa isang comment na nagsasabing mababa po ang magiging dividend rate this 2024 dahil po sa oversupply ng condominium. I guess you were wrong. Shout out po sa iyo, sir or ma'am, no? Hindi po pala apektado ng oversupply ng condominium ang magiging dividend payout or dividend return ni Pag-IBIG Fund. So kung nagustuhan niyo po ang video ito, pwede niyo rin pong i-check out ang video na ito at baka po makatulong sa inyo. Again, thank you for watching All About Income.